At the end of contact, Ellie Arroway, for those who don't know, they have contact with an alien civilization, and then they send instructions back to Earth on how to build this contraption, which they do. And then she gets into the capsule and she falls through it. And then she's only, what they tell her afterwards is she fell through in this the space pod and fell down to Earth. She was only in there for like 2 seconds, but when she was in the pod, she felt to her like she was in there for 9 hours, and she had contact with this alien who came to her in the form of her father and talked to her, and she had this interaction with him. Now, it seems to me that even though in that case, that isn't like several billion people have had an experience like that, she did, but nonetheless, she is rational to believe under those circumstances that she had that experience, even if other people are not privy to the same experience, and to them, it seems like it was only 2 seconds.
The problem is he's just making it up. It's fiction, right?
So you stated several times that it's a fictional story. That's a little bit of an example of what we call poisoning the well, where you're trying to undermine the point with a particular label. What it is actually in this context is a thought experiment. So the fact that the thought experiment is a hypothetical scenario that has not, to our knowledge, in fact, occurred in the world is quite irrelevant to the informational impact it can have on this discussion.
If this actually happened, if we actually had statements, sworn affidavits by people who had seen a man fly across the Grand Canyon, and this teaching begins within a particular area and radiates out from there, well, then that becomes evidentially something different, and you have to take a look at it.
You've been talking about this empirical corroboration, and it seems like you're appealing to a general epistemic principle here, that you have to have empirical corroboration in order to be justified in believing something.